A new museum is opening up in New Jersey next year and is dedicated to honoring the life and legacy of freedom icon Harriet Tubman. The Harriet Tubman Museum, located in Cape May, New Jersey, is being erected next to the historic Macedonia Baptist Church. Tubman worked as an abolitionist in Cape May after escaping to freedom. She also worked in the town cooking for families and working in hotels, earning money that she would use to help more enslaved people escape from slavery in Maryland. That's according to the Historical Archive. The residents of Cape May were critical in getting the museum erected, raising almost $160,000 towards the $500,000 needed to open the doors. Here to give us more insight on this is Onyx News contributor Dr. E. Bernard Jordan. Dr. Jordan, we do know that the movie Harriet has hit the airwaves and is in theaters right now and is catching rave reviews. And how awesome is it to have this announcement in the midst of it?
Yes, and to think about it, that Cape May has a lot of history around it, but somehow it's been ignored or been covered over. Because Cape May was the place where the lighthouse, where people coming up from out of the South looking for freedom, that was like the center hub right there where kind of the North and South met. Of course, the rich, the well-to-do, the well-connected individuals. And so Harriet, story says that she possibly had crossed over the Delaware River into Cape May and began to also find freedom. She worked in a hotel there, right there in Cape May. And while working there at the hotel for a couple of years, she went back. It was not enough for her to secure freedom for herself, so she went back to get family members and others. So this here situation in Cape May is really tremendous. And there was a quote by an individual here that I would like to read by Eugene Dempsey, an 82-year-old Air Force veteran, said these words: "There's so much Black history, it's unbelievable. There's just a history of the background of Harriet Tubman. What she did was amazing. What she did as a woman is just a wonderful thing." So we begin to see that this is very, very powerful, that this community is keeping this history alive.
You know, a great deal of the funding has gone towards the building materials, and also there's been things that have been donated to get this whole thing completed. This is being done to preserve a major part of history that some have said has disappeared. Over the years, there have been several monuments dedicated to Tubman's honor, including a statue in the Maryland State House and an old Confederate site in Baltimore that was rededicated in her memory. Recently, we talked about the feature film, which is entitled Harriet, that hit box offices nationwide. The museum is actually expected to share that film on the opening day of opening up this amazing museum. Are you going to take a visit, Dr. Jordan?
Listen, I would love to, but let me also say something. In the 1960s and the 1970s, right there, urban renewal came in and had dismantled the neighborhood and dismantled the community a great deal, which is really not urban renewal, but really Negro removal. So this is why a lot of things was not preserved. But here we begin to see history coming back alive in Cape May. Thank you so much, Nietzsche. I tell you, there's a lot more to this story, and in 2020, I hope we're still covering it.
Absolutely. It's set to open in June 19th of 2020. I hope you all are able to check it out. Thank you, Dr. E. Bernard Jordan, as always, for great reporting.